first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Going to the air right away, Hooker. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. You look at this Bears defense. Now, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that #1 spot.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Here's the former Bear. This is David Montgomery. And some room to run now. That one 28 yards on the ground.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? 5 defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it
double it.
A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing. Offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
Yeah, we saw that advantage right there.
Here we go. Here we go. Viking 18.
They'll run for the first time with the speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Ready.
Another run for Gibbs here. Brian Burns, the one to bring him down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Here's 3rd and 9. On the end around, here comes Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He needed 9, he got 8. And that's going to leave him with a 4th and 1 on their side of the field.
Let's go now. Cup 19. Cup 19. 79 Broncos.
Hooker going to try and throw for it. That is caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jameson Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Patterson back out there to send this one away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a 1st down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll run for the first time with Austin Ekeler. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
First down, and they stick with Ekeler. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 33 and a 1st. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Play action. It's Fields. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Ekeler. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they...
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Bears are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Joey Sly on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Second and 10. Hand off to Gibbs, headed right here. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
In motion, the tight end. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a fourth down now. Here's Jack Fox on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time I look and repeat that in Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 42-yard line, here's a second down and 4. Now Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Fields. Throw outside, complete to Scott. And they're able to get this one past the 30, down to the 25. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Running on first down, Eckler. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Two minutes gone by, second quarter. Takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Justin Fields with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
Come on.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Hooker now off play action. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now Hooker going to change things up a bit. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking for Campbell downfield. Oh, and that is incomplete. The Lions are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Trying to throw again here. Hooker. And his throw here is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
3rd down, Hooker looks to throw it. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the Bears are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. But these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Had no command that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, Parker?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bomb. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Fields now to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. On 4th down, Chicago brings out Trenton Gill. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 8. Working out of the shotgun, Hooker. A throw left sideline, falls incomplete.
Barton, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. So a failure to connect on 2nd down. That leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Williams, the man in motion left. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. On the return is Jones. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Up the middle with Eckler. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 73 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2. To throw is Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Fields to Mooney for the Chicago first. They'll drop to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
So first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Off play action. Here's Hooker. They'll roll him out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Now it's 2nd and 10.
60 Eagles, 60 Mavericks, 60 Mavericks.
They go play action. Here's Hooker. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Well, there was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Let's go now.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
In motion right, that's Williams. Here's a diving catch right side. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. Patterson's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before the break. Fields. Dancing to his left. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Set to resume. Here we go with the 2nd half. half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
Eckler now between the tackles. He'll get this up to about the 44.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here we go,
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Flushed out right. And this one is incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Fields. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Hooker. And he fires one incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
10 through 11. 10 through 11. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Throwing. Hooker. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here's Jones on the return. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Here we go.
Here's a 2nd and 5. It's Eckler again. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 96 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
Here we go, son.
Now a give running left is Eckler. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Well, he tried to bounce it outside, but that's obviously not his game. He's too much of a straight line runner.
Yeah, him in the outer third of the field, not a recipe for success. That time a loss. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Here is 3rd and quite a ways. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 11, and that's going to make it 4th down. Sly able to put this one through, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Hooker's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And they'll send Williams in motion right.
Seven Pirates.
Hooker now on 2nd down. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
19 Lions. 18 Rattlers. 18 Rattlers.
Hooker. And that will be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Jones on the return. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Don't jump.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Once more, here's Eckler. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 5. There on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Third and 2. They'll run with Herbert. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Got exactly what they wanted there out of the RPO and had the defense out of position.
One word for you there, excellent, because he read all the keys properly, made the right decision, and look at the result. Pretty substantial gain.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Well, we've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Fields. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot, force the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that he can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
The Bears on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 14. A give left side here for Herbert. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Khalil Herbert, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bears have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter.
Yeah, they would have been happy with a first down, but this is even better. Once he's past the marker, it's cream cheese from there, and he bumps it to the outside, and it's just going to run away from defenders on his way toward the pylon.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead now up to 14. Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Hooker to throw it. That pass caught. It's Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Hey, smash Broncos!
Gibbs straight ahead. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's 2nd and 10.
19, Cup 19.
Here's Hooker. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the first. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. An audible here to get a new look.
79 Broncos.
They'll go for it. Hooker. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. Still on his feet. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick 6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no options. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense called, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. At their own 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. He's on his way. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Herbert once more. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. On the option left is Fields. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
Let's go now.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Hooker's going to throw it. He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Detroit. Jameson Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Lions have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Patterson now for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. Patterson back out there to send this one away. No run back here for Jones. A touchback.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Now a 3rd and 6. They'll go again with Herbert. And he is going to have the Bears first. And that should be the capper.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. Good bounce back win. They take the knee. Can't stop the clock defensively. Tough opening week loss, but now 1-1.
shows that they handled things really well. A lot of teams panic after a week 1 loss, and they start to think that the sky's falling. This team realizes there's a long season, and they feel very talented, and they get it done in this one.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.